Hello everyone, it's Noel back with our 38th out of 100 original characters. Yes, we're still doing these. Today's OC is ELAINE, a woman whose favorite color is black, who wishes every day was Halloween, and plays zombie movies in the background for noise. I decided to see if my watercolors would play nice together, so I combined my Blick Studio watercolors, Arteza watercolor paints, as well as the Arteza real brush pens, and I thought they all came together quite nicely. I knew from the start I didn't want to paint realistic hair and instead had fun seeing what kinds of patterns my watercolors would create. It's not the cleanest watercolor I've ever done by any means, but I kind of like the messiness of it. Overall, there were no issues with different brands of watercolor mingling, which I didn't really think there would be in the first place, but you never know. Today's personal story is a bit on the awkward side for me. Back in 2013, I was attending ZenkaiCon, and one of the voice actors there was Mr. Richard Epcar. At the time, I was talking pretty seriously with my now husband, but I was still on somewhat okay terms with my ex. Since my ex liked Ghost in the Shell, he asked if I could have his DVD signed, and I told him I would. And my friends and I stood in line for Mr. Epcar, which, since it was fairly early in the day, was actually rather short. When it was my turn, he was super friendly and asked me who to sign it to, and I said my ex's name. And this is kind of where it got awkward. Epcar, and who I can only guess was a friend of his, assumed I was having this signed for a boyfriend, and they made comments about how nice it was and so on. And from an outside perspective, yeah, it was nice of me to do it, and yeah, it kind of seemed like that's what I was doing it for. But my friend who was standing next to me knew the situation, and I smiled at her kind of uncomfortably, but we laughed it off later. What really cemented that cringiness, though, was actually later in the day. The gentleman who was with Epcar spotted me in one of the hallways and said to me, and I'm definitely paraphrasing here because it's been like 6 years, he said it was nice of me to get the DVD signed to that guy and he must be lucky to have me. Just killed me. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more art-related content, I would totally appreciate if you would subscribe. And remember to draw what you love and love what you draw.